Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you're being manipulated and programmed to worship power draining objects. Guys, don't make objects, money, and anything, including another human being, your God. The kingdom of heaven is within you. Don't worship this stuff. Don't worship it, guys. Guys, this stuff means nothing. Now, I'm not saying these specific cars, because a lot of these cars, the high-end, exotic luxury cars, all of them are made with passion and love by artists and engineers. So I don't want to downplay their creativity, their artistic creativity, their genius, their dedication, their professionalism, their hard work. I don't want to downplay or take anything away from the artists, the minds, the people who have passion for putting together a masterpiece machine. I acknowledge and appreciate Pagani, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche. Those guys are geniuses and experts in their field. I'm not taking anything away from them. As a creator, they're doing their job of creating art for society to appreciate. To appreciate, not worship. So with that being said, guys, let me show you how companies take other creators and designers' hard work and throw it in the trash and burn it. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys. Here's an article from Vox Media. Why fashion brands destroy billions worth of their own merchandise every year. An expert explains why Burberry, H&M, Nike, and Urban Outfitters destroy unsold merchandise, and what it says about consumer culture. That's what I was telling you guys on the last video, what the word consume means. It means to take away, and it means to burn and destroy. Like when a fire consumes firewood, a forest, a house, or a car, it is destroying it. It is consuming it. Devour. And you see that right there, the picture of the burning hanger? That's what it means. That's it. Okay, so guys, let's get into the article real quick. The British luxury brand Burberry brought in $3.6 billion in revenue last year and destroyed $36 million worth of its own merchandise. In July 2018, the brand admitted in its annual report that demolishing goods was part of its strategy to preserve its reputation of exclusivity. See? So the exclusivity is not organic, it's man-made. So in other words, they're saying they don't want that much of their product out in the public for public viewing. They don't want you to see it all the time everywhere. So they overmake it, oversupply it, and what don't sell at a premium, they destroy it. So you hear people say, oh, luxury never go on sale. You know why it don't go on sale? Because they wait for the suckers to come buy it at a premium price and they destroy the rest. It's not they don't have enough to put on sale. It's that they don't want to put it on sale. Because they want the consumer to buy it at a premium. So it can make them feel like they're better than other people because they got something that no one is able to get, or very few people was able to get. So the company, to make them feel special, to make those people who spent $2,000-$3,000 for a purse or a scarf or shirt, whatever, to make them feel special, they burn the rest of it. The same thing they do with the dollar. They burn the dollar. They destroy it. See, so that's what these companies do. Guys, let me continue. Shoppers did not react well to this news. People vowed to boycott Burberry over its wastefulness, while members of parliament demanded the British government crack down on the practice. The outrage worked. Burberry announced 2 weeks ago it would no longer destroy its excess product, effective immediately. So this was a few years ago, guys. This was like seven years ago. Yet Burberry is hardly the only company to use this practice. It runs high to low, from Louis Vuitton to Nike. Brands destroy products as a way to maintain exclusivity through scarcity. See? It's not natural scarcity. It's not like they sold out of stuff and that's it. Boom. It's not that there's a limited supply. The word limited, you've been manipulated by the word limited. It's not limited. It's intentional scarcity. It's not limited scarcity. It's intentional. They have plenty of it and they can make plenty more. But in order to emotionally manipulate its consumers, they tell them that it's a limited supply. 1 out of 100, 1 out of 3. You don't know how many they're making. They sell these things. They sell this all over the world. A lot of people don't even wear it. It's not like you walking around and say, what number do you have? What number? I got number 990. What number you have? I had number 99. So that means there's only one more out there. It was 1 out of 100. There's 100 pieces made. So it's only one more out there. So we got to find the 100th one. They might have made 100 100s. And what are the chances of you seeing more than 100? Not unless they, pushing everything on social media and stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't know what's going on, what they're doing. These companies manipulate you and they lie all the time. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so let's go. To maintain exclusivity through scarcity, but the precise details of who is doing it and why are not completely publicized. Every now and then, I think that word's supposed to be through, but it says though. Bits of information will trickle out. Last year, for example, a Danish TV station revealed that fast fashion retailer H&M had burned 60 tons of new and unsold clothes since 2013. 60 tons. In May 2018, Richmond, the owner of jewelry and watch brands Cartier, Puget, and Baum & Mercer, admitted that in an effort to keep its products out of the hands of unauthorized sellers, it had destroyed about $563 million worth of watches in 2 years. Now, imagine all the hard work the craftsmen put into those watches. And they say it's to keep it out of the hands of unauthorized sellers. What does that mean? Unauthorized sellers. Money is money. You want to sell the watch or not? No, they want to keep it out of the hands of everyday people, average people, regular people. So they make so many and they release so many. And when that sale, the volume of the new release item goes down, when they hit that point where they've reached the profitability that they was looking for, say for instance they put out a watch or they put out some product. They say, okay guys, we want to make $500 million off this line of products. Once they reach $500 million, they destroy everything else. They reach their goal, everything else is destroyed. So that's how they do it. That's how they do it, guys. Whistleblowing sales associates and eagle-eyed shoppers have pointed out how this practice happens in Urban Outfitters, Walmart, Eddie Bauer, Michael Kors, Victoria's Secret, and JCPenney. The fashion industry is often cited as one of the world's worst polluters, but destroying perfectly usable merchandise in an effort to maintain prestige is perhaps the dirtiest secret of them all. I told you guys, it's a scam. The scarcity, it's not just clothes. It's everything. It's clothes, diamonds, cars, housing. Guys, there's not a shortage of housing. There are like 20 million vacant homes right now. 20 million. It's not a scarcity. There's an abundance of everything. The scarcity is created by the matrix so they can maintain control over you. There's no food scarcity. Oh, we got to keep raising the prices because there's no food scarcity. There's no chip shortage. It's all a scam. They're manipulating your emotions so you can think that, oh, this is the last one, let me buy it. Guys, you're being scammed. It's a trick. You're being emotionally manipulated. Say it with me, guys. Emotionally manipulated. Let's look up what that means. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. Emotional marketing, also known as emotional advertising, is a marketing tactic that uses persuasive messages to appeal to human emotions in order to connect with consumers. There's that word consume again. And encourage them to buy a product or service. This type of marketing can be effective because it can leave a lasting impression on consumers and inspire customer loyalty. Emotional advertisement. So guys, that's what it is. So guys, you have to be aware that you are being manipulated. You are being deceived. Let's see what else we got. Marketing manipulation deals with the tactics and strategies used by marketers that prey on human cognitive, social, and memory-based biases, ultimately influence consumer behavior in their favor. See, guys, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys, so we're back. So let's talk about. Okay, so I'm gonna finish reading this article. Let's see, we left off at merchandise in an effort to maintain prestige and perhaps the dirtiest secret of them all. To find out why this practice is so widespread. Oh Lord, come on, hold on, guys. Widespread, and what conservation-minded shoppers can do to fight back. I spoke with Tim Rassin, an associate dean at Parsons School of Design and a professor of fashion design and sustainability at the school's Tisman Environment and Design Center. Our conversation has been edited for length and clarity. Why do brands have to destroy perfectly good merchandise? The simplest answer across the board is that today, quantitatively, there's more stuff than ever before. There's more stuff than there ever has been before. Fashion cycles have also gotten shorter because of the internet and fast fashion. So there's a push to constantly put new merchandise out on the market. So when you combine these two, we are now literally at a place where we no longer have anywhere for this stuff to go other than up a chimney. That means they literally burn this stuff, guys. The underlying business model now includes immense pressure to constantly replenish merchandise. When I was a fashion student 20 years ago, we had 4 seasons, as well as specialty ones like resort and cruise. Now the turnover is faster than ever. Global population has gone up too, and so has the number of garments that a person buys per year. A couple of years ago, we were at 20 garments per person every year. So 20 garments a year, guys. You buying, 5 t-shirts, 5 pair of pants. That's 10. 5 hats. That's 15. 5 underwear. That's 20. Today in the United States, the average person buys about 68 garments per year. 68 garments per year. So not only are we getting physically fat because of gluttony and food, now we're getting, our closets are getting fatter too. And we're buying bigger clothes because we're getting bigger. So the reason we have to buy more garments is because we're getting bigger every year. Is it just clothing that get destroyed? No, this is not limited to apparel. I saw a few months ago that Amazon was being called out in Germany for destroying tons of returned items, like mattresses, washing machines, dishwashers, and cell phones. They were destroying stuff that could be sold. But since there's so much merchandise, and clothes and stuff that it's unlimited. We are literally destroying the earth. We are destroyers of worlds. Wasn't there a movie about destroyers of worlds? Guys, who's in the movie about destroyers of worlds? Was that an Avenger? Hold on, guys, hold on. Okay, guys, it was Oppenheimer. He said he was the destroyer of worlds. He was the inventor of the atomic bomb. So now we have another level of atomic bombs in our ferocious sensation to consume everything. They have made things too affordable, guys. They have to raise the interest rate. Inflation must continue, guys, because they have made things so affordable that the psychology of the human brain is so warped and destroyed that we must consume like locusts everything in our sight. We are savages, and we are destroyers of worlds, guys. Okay, guys, let me finish. Let's see. What are the methods of destroying merchandise? Burning and shredding are the main ones. The third option is simply landfilling, but most companies do incineration so that they can claim the incinerators capture the energy. Burberry has insisted it's recycling the clothing into energy, except the energy that is recouped from burning clothing doesn't come anywhere near the energy that was used to create the garments. Where did the actual destroying happen? A lot of it is done in India. There's one town in India, Panapay, that specializes in shredding, and there is a horrendous short film that documents women shredding clothes that are brand new. Now, mind you, these women in India that spreading clothes brand new, they are very close to being slaves. So these women barely have clothes on their body. And they probably stole one of them clothes before that they was about to destroy it with took. I'm not gonna use the word stole because that's a stupid word when you about to burn something. But take one of those articles of clothing, they'll probably lose their job. That's how idiotic humans are. There's a horrendous, short film about the film shows the women speculating that the water in the West must be so expensive and that people can't afford to do their laundry. And so that's why it's cheaper for them to just throw the stuff out. Hearing that is really uncomfortable. Incineration happens everywhere, from America to Sweden. What are some of the environmental impacts of destroying excessive inventory? The most obvious one is the carbon emission from burning. We should be moving away from all forms of burning. Polyester now accounts for about 60% of the total fiber market, and it consumes from oil. So you could make the case that when we burn polyester, we are burning oil. There is a contribution to CO2 that is happening there. And there's also a ton of chemicals and finishings embedded in clothing and textiles through the dyeing. When this stuff is burned, it filters into the air. But really, where it gets insane is thinking about clothes that were never worn in the first place. The fabric was made, the garments were made, the labor was put in, and then the stuff gets burned. It represents all kind of different waste across the system. I'm going to rephrase that. It represents all kind of evils across the system. You go through all that creativity, all that work of creating a garment, all that work of creating the fabric, all that work of getting the labor together, with the workforce together. You do all that, the designers, the creators, the manufacturers, the shipping, the distribution, for you to take 50% of it. I don't know what percent, I'm just saying 50%. Take it back and just burn it. All that wasted labor for nothing. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. The value of the human life, the human mind, is wasted. So when people say there are too many people on earth, I am starting to understand what they're saying, and I'm starting to believe it. I hate to sound nihilistic. I hate to sound pessimistic, but there's no other way to look at it. It's just too many people on this earth just consuming too much. We have become destroyers of worlds. Then we want to go to Mars and do the same thing. Polluting the air, polluting the oceans, the water, polluting ourselves. I mean, guys. All right, guys, let me finish. Do fashion brands have to disclose that they are doing this? No. Although I know that the UK has been having quite active discussions about it right now, but on the whole, there is no requirement to report this. For Burberry, I think it was a number of short shareholders who started making noise about it, and that's how it got into a more broad discussion. I have no doubt that the brand would rather it not be out in the open. Why can't excessive inventory be recycled or reused? Some of it can be. Different kinds of garments are easier than others. Okay, guys, I'm not going to read all this. It's about donating clothes. They have donations in Africa and Latin America, Asia. Okay, it says, but in the last couple of years, a number of African countries like Kenya and Uganda have actually banned the importation of secondhand clothing from the West. It suppresses their own textile and apparel industry, since they can't compete with the volume and the very low prices of secondhand goods. See, they banned them. No, that's not why they banned them. They banned them to keep their people in poverty. See, that's how the Matrix is. Nobody escapes the Matrix in its violence. It goes all over the world on different levels. So that's why they banned it. They say it suppresses their own textile and apparel industry. Come on, guys. Why don't brands sell off extra merchandise at sample sales? Some brands do sample sales, but companies like Louis Vuitton and Chanel just incinerate their samples. I remember when Parsons was doing a student project in 2009, and Louis Vuitton supplied samples that were going to be incinerated. I watched students cut up perfect Louis Vuitton garments, which they used to make blankets that were auctioned off for charity. And I had a visceral reaction because they literally should have remained as garments. It's not as a slight on the students, but there's a huge investment that has gone into those garments, and all of that was lost. Because you know why? It doesn't have value, guys. That's what I keep telling you. It does not have value. If something had, would you think they would cut up the freaking Mona Lisa? You think they'd just burn that up? Yeah, they would. If it was 1 million of them. But since it's just one Mona Lisa, it has value. They do the same thing with everything. Watches, diamonds, jewelry, everything. It doesn't have value, guys. These people are playing mind games. Okay, guys, this is the end of it right here. It says, all right, let's talk. Wouldn't they rather earn a profit than nothing at all? Wouldn't Chanel prefer to mark down its $3,500 bag by $300 and still make $3,000? This is where we get into the thing that nobody wants to talk about. The retail price of luxury product has nothing to do with its actual value. This is what I was saying. You giving power to something that has no value. When you buy something from Chanel or Gucci and you pay full retail, that money is actually paying for the massive advertising campaign. If Chanel destroyed a dress, it tried to sell for $1,200, it actually really only costs $1,200. It hasn't really lost $1,200, I'm sorry. I don't think Chanel even paid $100 to make the dress. And the money they'll lose would probably just be recouped through fragrances. So you guys, okay guys, that's it for that video, guys. I know I went all over the place with that, guys. But anyway, guys, this is the point of the video. $3,500,000 is nothing for the Lamborghini Sian. You know why, guys? Because the money has no value. We all know that the dollar is losing value every day. So once you buy this car, you try to sell this car in 5 years, it's going to be worth $1 million. So you're going to lose $2 million off this car if you buy it for $3,500,000. 5 years later, it's worth $1 million. See, guys, so, and you're not going to use it like that. It's not like a work vehicle. It's just art. And they have to be somebody who want it. They have to increase in value. But it costs to maintain this car. It costs nothing to maintain the Mona Lisa. Because it's not a moving machine. But this car right here, oil change and maintenance, it probably costs you $100,000 a year just maintenance. If you drive it. Like tire rotation and oil filter, and to take it into the shop to just get looked at, man, it costs you, an oil change probably costs 10 grand. So guys, in other words, guys, do not worship this stuff. Worship yourself, guys. Until next time, guys, keep your mind clean, keep your life clean, keep your diet clean, keep your house clean, keep your car clean. And guys, remember to download and deploy your anti-mind virus software, debug and unplug from the matrix, drink plenty of spring water. Guys, the food is, drink plenty of spring water to flush out the toxins, the poison, and the chemicals in the food supply. The food is poison. You are being poisoned every single day. Everything that you're eating, if it's not organic, is probably poison. There's even poison in and some of the clothes that you wear, and the makeup that you put on, and the lotion that you put on your body, and the makeup, all that stuff. Guys, you poison yourself. Until next time, guys, Contraband 777, I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.